How special is Jaden? I seen you just posted about him not too long ago. And I don't know his ranking in the country, but I know he's up there.
So he's the #1 PG in his class. I think it's 2021. 2021, he's a sophomore, so it's 21, 22. He's #1 PG in his class. He's #6 player in the country in his class. So yeah, man, he's got offers from almost every D1 school you could name.
Yeah, I seen he was at Kentucky the other day.
Yeah, man, that kid's special. I honestly think he's going to be a draft pick, lottery pick, by far. I don't see anything less. But my thing with him is just stay humble and stay yourself. No matter what comes, stay yourself. Stay the same that you are now. And he gets it. He gets it. Like, he's a down-to-earth kid. And I've seen kids in his position, and they get cocky, and then you can't. That's not him, man. That is not him. And you'd be surprised because being the #1 player in your class, #1 point guard in your class, and the #6 player in your class, that'll boost your head. But with him, man, that's what's special about him. I feel like, yeah, his game is great. He's great off the court, but him being humble, that's what makes him special. Because you don't see a lot of kids doing that.
That's the difference maker, like you said. Like,
yep.
we had a lot of those. We've seen a lot of these phenoms come through Concord, Kannapolis area.
Man, a lot of them.
A lot of them don't pan out how they think they're gonna pan out.
They get the boost, the big head, and man, it just blows up in their face every time. So.
Most definitely. So you're in the gym every day, every single day. You're not missing a beat. I'm looking on IG. You're in there Sunday to Sunday, 10 to 10.
Man, look, it's just like the gym's my sanctuary. I could be at home and a million things are running through my mind. As soon as I hit that gym, everything's gone. I'm at peace. So that's where I go. If I could put a bed in that gym and sleep in there, I probably would. I'll wake up, say my prayers, brush my teeth, and get to working out. Like, that's just me, man. And I can really like thank my uncle for that. He put that in me at a young age. Like, we were going to the gym. I was 5 years old. We'd wake up at 6:30 in the morning, go in the gym and work on form shooting and dribbling. And from there, he instilled that in me. And so I actually lost it a little bit when I got to college. Like you said, some of us would get the big head and think, man, I got to college and thought I was just untouchable. And I stopped working hard. And it showed, like going into my sophomore year, it definitely showed. I stopped working hard. And but after that, after I seen me get all the way to the top and drop, it woke something up in me. Like you said, sometimes we have to be humble. And it'll light a fire back up in me. But it woke something back up in me, man. And I probably, man, I'll take a few days off here and there because I know I need it. But for the past 3-4 years, I've been in that gym almost every day, every hour almost. When I'm not asleep, I'm in the gym pretty much. So that's my love. I love that gym, man.
Yeah, the hard work definitely is a difference maker.
Oh yeah.
I was the same way. I mean, I wasn't a phenom or anything like y'all,
Mm-hmm.
but I had my D2 offers. I had my looks. And I went D2. I got D2, started getting distracted. Other stuff started happening. I'm not going to the gym every single like. I'm the type I had to go to the gym every single day.
Right.
If I miss a day, I'm gonna be shitty next time I come back on.
Right.
I'm gonna be terrible. But I mean, that's really the difference maker. You gotta have hard work.
Gotta have that, man. Gotta have hard work and discipline.
And I think that's the difference with kids today. A lot of dudes say they want to be great. The whole be great wave came out. Just want to play Fortnite and smoke weed all day.
Man, just want to sit on that game, smoke, go out with your friends, especially when your friends ain't doing nothing you're doing.
Right.
That's why I tell a lot of my young kids, like, see y'all in the gym, and the guys you hang with, they running the streets right now.
Right.
It's time to separate. Like, I hate to say it, but it's just like they're not on your level right now. And so you got to elevate and move on, man, in order to reach those new levels. You can't just keep hanging on because what they're going to do is keep leeching, and that's just going to bring you down. So
you are who you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
When they say that.
Exactly, man.
Sure. So your hard work is leading up to offers out of high school. You get offers and exposure for basketball, but you also getting offers in football.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
Talk about that.
I had offers from Clemson, App State, ECU, was interested. And actually, my whole thing, like everybody, every day, all the time. Oh, you better at football than basketball, and this, that, and the third. But honestly, football was my first sport that I ever played. Never forget, I was 4 years old. Touched the rock the first time, got my head knocked off. Yep. Then after that, it was just like, all right, you woke the dog up in me. I started going crazy on the field. But I was good in football. I was really good at football, actually, but I just didn't love it. I did it to stay in shape for basketball, and I just happened to be really good at it. And, I mean, sometimes I look back like, dang, maybe I should have played football. But at the same time, it's just like I wouldn't be in this position that I am now. Got my own brand, my own training business. It might not be super high like I wanted to be right now, but you got to start somewhere.
Everything takes time.
Everything takes time, man. And that football memories always come back. I know a lot about the game of football, obviously. But
people would think that with you being a basketball player, all football players think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I get into. It's some football players that come in the gym and they be like, oh, y'all scared to play football, blah, blah. And I just look at them and be like, y'all just don't know. You just don't know. Like, and the thing about football was I was a physical football player, and I was at skill positions.
What position you played?
I played receiver, I was kick returner, and punt returner. So I was at skill positions. And
you was at K too. You wasn't just at any school.
Yeah, I wasn't just at any school. You know how football is in the K. So, and it was just like, I'm super physical, and I would leave there and go straight to basketball sometimes, and it'd take a toll on my body. And so after my senior year, I had told myself, like, I could go to school. My whole deal was to go to Clemson and play both sports. But after I felt how my body was feeling, I seen guys get paralyzed at my position, or, you know what I'm saying, take those hits and mess their brains up. It kind of scarred me. So I was like, nah, I'm just going to put the football down and stick to basketball, which is where my heart was anyway.
So did you not have the offers for basketball? Because I read that you went prep out of high school.
Yeah, so after averaging 25, 6, and 4 at Brown, I didn't have any offers for basketball, which was crazy. You know, I ain't going to out them for anything. I ain't going to do that on here. You know, I'll do that privately. But it was some things that could have been handled differently, and I could have went straight from high school to college. But I had to go prep. I went prep for a semester, Fishburne Military. And we held training. That coach there actually held training camp at the school. But actually, before I went prep, University of Virginia saw me at a round-robin tournament for unsigned seniors. Yeah, it was crazy. I went with this team out in Salisbury. Shout out to Coach Archie. I know he'll probably see this. But I went with them, and first game I had like 30 and 8, and a crazy dunk, which brought all the coaches to my court. And the next game I had like 28 and 7, and I was just like running the game, and all the coaches were right there. VCU, Virginia, Boston College, Pittsburgh, all these coaches, like UNCC. It was I've never seen as many coaches in the gym before, especially for unsigned seniors. And so they got interested in me then, but I had already signed with a prep school. Now, I went to prep school. We held training camp at A.O. Brown for a week. I had 8 high major Division I offers in 1 week from that, just like that. And with that happening, that opened my eyes to be like, dang, like, maybe they weren't trying to, like, advertise me. Maybe they just wanted me to go to school for football. You know, it had a lot going on, but
it's a lot of politics,
yeah,
a lot of things that go into that type of stuff.
A lot of politics, man. But yeah, I went prep, and I honestly encourage kids to go prep so they don't lose years going JUCO. I mean, JUCO is the wave now, but back then it was prep. It was go prep, and schools will be there, man. It's still kind of the wave now, but you see more kids going JUCO than prep, and JUCO is tough. So JUCO ain't for everybody.
A lot of dudes trying to get out.
Yeah, man.
Fighting for it.
Exactly. JUCO ain't for everybody, so that's how that went.
So tell us about Teven was fouled. Hashtag Teven was fouled.
Oh, man. So this was my sophomore year at UVA. This was the year I wasn't really playing a lot. It was just like I had my moments all through the season. I wasn't focused that year, man. It was just tough going from my freshman year starting to sophomore year, like not even seeing the court. And so we were at the Sweet 16 playing Michigan State. And this was my moment. This was my moment the whole season. Like, this probably could have changed my whole life. Who knows? But this was my moment. And coach put me in to be a defender. And everybody knows I play really good defense. Even if my offensive game is off one night, I'm going to play defense. So he put me in to guard Keith Applin. I think he's actually in prison right now. It's crazy. He put me in to guard Keith Applin and told me to face guard him. So I'm face guarding him, and he couldn't get open. So he knew, like, all right, I ain't gonna be able to get open with him. So he took his forearm and he mushed me, like just pushed me, and the refs weren't even paying attention. Didn't call nothing. We were actually down, I'm thinking 2 or 3 at that point. And it was about 30 to 40 seconds left in the game. So that would have turned the whole thing around. We were on like a 16, 17 game winning streak at the time, and looking like the best team in the country. We were the #1 overall seed, I believe, at that time. I think we were the #1 overall seed, and yeah, man, it just that right there. That's where Teven was fouled came from. Man, everybody was livid over that. Like, I still.
To this day, I still
to this day, they still make posters and everything to this day. And so, like, that year, I was just like the cheerleader on the sideline. I was dancing. Like, nobody knows, but I don't like to take credit for a lot of stuff. But I'm taking credit for that dancing on the sideline. I started that.